I've won two South African closed championship titles. The first one was in 2019, and the second one was this one in 2014. I'm extremely happy and obviously proud to have won the close for a second time now. I wasn't sure I'd be able to. I didn't count myself as one of the favorites, especially after I had a massive slump in my strength and performance at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I'm of course very happy that things worked out quite nicely at the end. I think um, the reason things worked out this time was because I simply prepared a lot better. I played some tournaments before this in Europe in January and February, and those went terribly. I think simply because I wasn't sharp and I hadn't prepared properly. Before this, I'd been doing a lot of calculation work and also touched up on my openings. So I felt a lot more solid in the beginning, and also had the confidence to calculate more deeply in middle games and trust my calculation more. So I'd say, yeah, simply better preparation was the key factor. I'd say also I was a lot more determined than I was in European tournaments. I tended to defend poorly and give up a bit prematurely when I was playing these tournaments at the beginning of the year. And I think I changed that for this tournament. I tended to defend better in poor positions, and that often, at least in two cases, managed to save some difficult positions. And these get draws out of positions which could have been very easily lost otherwise. So this was the fifth close that I played. The first one was back in 2015, where I had a rather disappointing result and finished eighth on tiebreak, tied sixth. But I wasn't really in the running for an Olympiad spot then, unfortunately, because I lost the last two rounds. I remember that one was won by Daniel in 2015. Then in 2017, I did a bit better, but still missed out on the Olympiad spot because I finished fourth, tied third, and that was won by Kelvin and Mabusela. Then in 2019, I won for the first time after a pretty topsy-turvy tournament. Finished half a point ahead of GM Kenny Solomon. And then there was a COVID break. There were no closed championships back then. And we only played again in 2022, and that was won by Daniel Caudry. I think I finished fourth or tied third, something like that. Also not really in the running. But I did make the Olympiad team then based on rating and other criteria. I can't remember exactly. And then it was this one which I managed to win with 8 out of 11. My Olympiad preparation will be very similar to my preparation for normal tournaments. Of course, a lot of calculation work, trying to get sharper, a lot of opening work as well as trying to sort of touch up different lines. And then I'm sure we'll also have some group training sessions where we play um, training games together and maybe do some training camps too as well.